Hi guys, welcome back to the Bookout. It's JC and today's video is on how to get better at writing. Yeah, this isn't really reading related, but you read books that people write, so I'm going to start out by saying that even if you think you're bad, you're probably good. But if you are actually bad at writing, this video's for you. So I wasn't born good at writing. I mean, I'm not the best writer out there, but I've had a lot of progress, and it takes a lot of effort. This is my computer, by the way. It takes a lot of effort to get the places you want to go. So at first, my characters all had the same voice. They all sounded the same, and they all sounded like me. Like it was really bad. So I actually asked some random girl on Wattpad, "How are you so good at writing?" And she answered me. She said, "Detail." And my first pieces of actually decent-ish art or writing works were just extremely detailed, like thesaurus, like it was like the divine woman swam in the crystalline cerulean swimming pearly water, and that worked. So I started out by giving a lot more detail and just cutting it out later. Ooh, cows. And just cutting it out later if I needed to. But later I found myself with the issue that my stuff sounded too detailed, there's way too much fluff, and I didn't really use economy of language. Like, my words didn't really have meaning. So that led me to actually plotting. I'll connect it in a second. So my writing usually didn't have any, like, rhyme or reason, because it was really just a poem, but in prose. Like, I didn't have any plans for it, and it didn't really go anywhere because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going off the top of my head. So I started plotting. It was really painful at first. I don't like plotting, but I've gotten used to it, and it's made my writing so much better because I actually know what I'm trying to accomplish in that chapter. And also trying to keep my chapters short. Like, I had some chapters that were 4,000, 5,000 words long, which for that genre were just not appropriate in age range. But when I just took all the fluff away, took all that away, and just restarted, it got a lot better, like significantly better. So that helped my writing. And another tip I'd say was to actually write. Like, we look at our writing and it's just like, this is so bad, why am I even trying? Because you want to get better. So write more and more. Find random prompts. Enter writing contests. For free, of course. And just write and write and write and write and write. If you feel like you have writer's block, which I'll make a whole nother video on, but if you feel like you just can't write right now, if you're burnt out, then leave it alone, go read a new book, encourage yourself. But if you don't actually have writer's block and you just don't know what to write or don't want to write, force yourself to do it. Like, I find that doing writing sprints really helps me. Like, there's a bot online in all of these writing Discord servers, and you can just set a timer and you write and write and write and write and write and write and write. It doesn't have to be good at all. Just getting the words out of your head onto the paper or into the computer is very good for you. And so that leads me into talking about writing Discord servers. I found that joining writing Discord servers and hearing people talk about their own writing experiences and seeing people do what they want to do with their writing has really encouraged me to write. And also, there are many places where you can submit your work to get reviewed by someone in the server. It's just really helpful because then you can see the flaws in your work, and that's just great. And so I'm in servers like the Writer's Factory, A Writer's Structure, Words Alike, Dreamland. Wait, no, that's a Wattpad. Anyway. Writing Pantry. Nope, that's a French server. And Writervana. Many of those are really nice. I'm not extremely active in them, but they're pretty helpful for my writing experiences. That's where I actually found what's it called? Writer speed. The things that where you speed write on. Sprint. where I found writing sprints on. So those are super helpful. And you see tons of resources that you couldn't have even imagined have founding. That was a disgusting sentence, but you know what I meant to say. And one of my last tips that I could say were to actually ask authors. Like, my mom's an author, so it's helpful to ask her. Or I go to Gordon Corman and I just ask them questions. How do you write? How do you write so well? And just experience, wherever you can find it. And I also find that writing about things I've actually experienced are helpful. Like, there was this huge storm, and I decided to record some of it, like, the aftermath. Not like in the storm, that would be kind of silly, but I decided to record some of the aftermath of some things that, like, fell over and just, like, so writing what I saw and what I recorded, going back to what I recorded and just remembering, and putting it down on paper can really help. Because oftentimes we write about things we've never experienced and it's very obvious. Oh, and speaking of that, I'd say do your research. Like, what are you talking about? If you don't like doing research, then just do a little bit. And if you don't want to, then don't write about that. Just the better, like, the more realistic to a point, then it's better. That's not always true, but do your research. And right now, that's all I have to say on writing tips. Yes, my tongue is blue. I recorded like 4 videos in a row. So I really hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, then don't. Just don't make it everybody else's issue. And I know I'm really far from the mic, so I hope you guys could actually understand what I'm saying and hear me. If you can't, I'm sorry. But I'm not re-recording this. So, bye!